What's up? You know what it is. I missed you last week. Ruby Sundays, we back again. Oh my goodness. Before we begin, I just gotta express my condolences to Reapers. Oh man, it seems like every week, you know? I mean, and just let you know, Rob, you can actually check your margin of victories as well as your margins of loss, like your average margin of victory and average margin of loss. I'm convinced that your margin of loss is no more than like 5 or 6 points. Another tough one. You should have won, but Hines Ward and the Steelers defense. And again, it's just Monday Night Football. I guess you can call that the curse. But you know what? Trainwreck's called on the message board. He said, "Hey, you got to start a kicker. Kicker's going to get you 3 points with a field goal. You know, he'll get you 1 point. You know, he'll get you 3 points with 3 extra points." So, you know, as tough as that loss was, I mean, I don't know what to tell you, man. Okay, looking at the week overall, obviously, game of the week was Reapers against Lakaka. Lakaka came in with a 5-game winning streak he had. Yep, came in with a 5-game winning streak. Now it's 6 because he came back right there at the end. Monday Night Football with the Steelers defense and Hines Ward. Hines Ward had like 7 catches for 44 yards and 2 touchdowns. Neither of the touchdowns really meant anything, but they still deducted from Reaper's chances of winning. Hot Sizzle against Big D, pretty big upset here. You know, 133 to 122. My team showed up. Jay Cutler, they were down early, so he put up 34 points for me. He actually outscored Aaron Rodgers, and that really was a big part of the reason why I won. Frank Gore got me 24 points. Guys really showed up for me. Ray Rice, what can I say? I called it from the beginning of the season. I still call it today. You know, guys for him. Kevin Smith really hasn't panned out this year. Pierre Thomas, he did all right. Brandon Marshall did okay. Dallas Clark, incidentally, had 14 catches. Guy's insane. He needs to get a touchdown, though. Trainwrecks against Heavy Whales. Trainwrecks, you know, he's slowly but surely, that train's starting to go. It's starting to choo-choo down the road. And Trainwrecks got himself another victory, but more importantly, he put up 116 points. Heavy Whales put up 98.7, had big games from Peyton Manning and Santonio Holmes, but it just wasn't enough. Trainwrecks, he had big output from Rashard Mendenhall, from Joseph Adai, Tom Brady. You know, he's starting to put up some points, even though he still has guys like his 2 starting receivers are Michael Crabtree and Jeremy Maclin, but he's got Wes Welker in there too. But hey, he's starting to put up some points, so he'll definitely be someone to watch with that winning streak. He's now 3-6. Another upset. The #1 team in the league went down. He went down to the Thunder from Down Under. You know, he Thunder from Down Under put up 125. Real American Gangsters only put up 107. Thunder from Down Under, he had a huge game from Mike Sims Walker, 147 yards and a touchdown. D'Angelo Williams, 149 yards, 2 touchdowns, got him 30 points. Tony Romo played solid. Real American Gangsters, he got 22 points out of Matt Hasselbeck, but outside of that, nobody really showed up. Vernon Davis got him 102 yards receiving. That's impressive. Andre Johnson got over 100 yards, but no touchdowns. Last, you know what, there's 2 more games. I Will Crush Chris against Texas Sledgehammers. I Will Crush Chris took Texas Sledgehammers to the woodshed. He dropped a $160 on him, and Texas Sledgehammers put up 108. But, you know, Texas Sledgehammers didn't have Adrian Peterson out there, but honestly, AP is not going to get you the 52 points that you need to win. I Will Crush Chris got a huge game from Kurt Warner, but also got a huge game from Randy Moss. My gosh, Randy Moss and Larry Fitzgerald put up 28 points. And he had Miles Austin, who had his 1 catch, 4 touchdowns, got him 13 points. Saints defense got him 21 points. Just everybody across the board, everybody but Darren Sproles showed up for him. Cedric Benson continues to be a top 5 fantasy running back. Texas Sledgehammers, incidentally, he got 20 points out of Julius Jones. So, you know, you can't even really say it was AP because, you know, Julius Jones did pretty well for you. But guys like Reggie Wayne and Steve Smith and even his kicker let him down. Let him down right there. But incidentally, Texas Sledgehammers is still the highest scoring team in the league. He doesn't have, right now he's not listed as being in the playoffs. He doesn't have a playoff spot secured right now, which is pretty interesting. And finally, Aliens, the new #1 team in the league, on a 5-game winning streak, took care of the best around Chuck Norris, Phillip Rivers, Clinton Portis incidentally went out with an injury. You know, if you would have even had him, if you would have, you know, had somebody else in there, he probably would have put up around 135 or so. Michael Turner showed up, 34 points. Vincent Jackson continues to play like a top 5 wide receiver. You know what? Best around didn't start a defense because his defense was on a bye. I don't know if his defense would have gotten him 34 points, but at least you want to start a defense. So that was, you know, at the end of the day, he's only got himself to blame right there. That's the recap. And looking at the league, man, things are getting tight. Like I said a couple weeks ago, we're separating the contenders from the pretenders. East region, look at that. 3 out of the 4 teams are slated as being in the playoffs as of today. The only one look on the outside looking in is yours truly. But at the same time, the West region, because the East region has 3 teams, the West region only has 1. Big D at 5-4 is the only team slated in the playoffs as of right now. But then the league that tops all leagues is the South region, where Aliens and Lakaka are 7-2. Texas Sledgehammers, with the highest scoring team in the league, is only 4-5. Why, you ask? Because he's had over 1,000 points scored against him. He's had the second most points scored against him, incidentally. So that's tough. Actually, he's had the same amount of points as I've had scored against me, and we're both 4-5 when we play each other this week. By the way, Texas Sledge, you don't have a quarterback this week because Schaub's out. So good luck picking up somebody off the waiver wires. I suggest my boy Vince Young. Go ahead and let him throw you a couple picks. You know, overall, things are looking good. Aliens, man. Aliens is, you know, he's on here. He's doing his thing on a 5-game winning streak. Lakaka, I mean, he drafted 2 defenses, and people are like, what the heck? Well, hey, he's 7-2, #2 overall in the league. So, I mean, you know, I would say he's doing pretty well for himself. Real American Gangsters, he fell, but he didn't fall far. He's 3rd place right now at 6-3. You know, things should be looking up for him. Guys just didn't really score touchdowns. Overall, it's looking pretty good. So that's it, Ruby Sundays. There's a game on Thursday, Bears against 49ers. Make sure you set your roster. I got my quarterback and my running back playing in that one, so you can bet that we'll be putting up points that day. So be sure to watch out, Ruby.